Sullivan, Officer Lisa Wells, Officer Jensen Martinez, Officer Mike Wilson, Officer William Stout, Officer Paul Eterno, he's in the back here, he's always a go-to guy. We have a few that are missing, but really, the credit goes to their hard work and dedication throughout the academy. Thank you. Police Officer Jonathan Roy. He'll be pinned by his mother, Cindy Roy, and father, John Roy. Police Officer Nicholas Koulalis. He'll be pinned by his mother, Holly Koulalis.
Big day today. What is it like?
It is, and it's been great to see transformation from a lot of these recruits into officers. You know, when we first started, you know, we got together, we had a group message, and people were butting heads and trying to get to know each other, understand each other. But now they're a cohesive group, and I can't wait to be working alongside of them.
Why did you want to become hold on, I'm just gonna move this down. 1 second. A police officer.
So it's been a process, a lot of soul searching. My parents are pastors. They're big in the community, and you know, they did our best for our family. And a lot of my life was growing up in Friendly House in different parts of the city. I would say we might have moved 15 to 20 times, and I got to see a lot of Worcester. And I got to see a lot of my parents' interaction with people in Worcester. So my sister, you know, she helps with foster care. My parents, they're pastors. My other sister, she works in the shelter, and it's just, you know, a calling family wants to do. We want to help out. So that's one of the reasons why I became a police officer.
You know, we followed you through the academy. I saw you during the felony traffic stops, leading one of your fellow officers. How will you take that leadership role to the community and into the streets?
Well, it's all about respect, right? My father always told me a big thing about leadership is not telling people what to do, but finding how they fit in the puzzle and then guiding them there. So as we get to the street, you know, we find where we belong, what roles we can bring, and then we just become a part of it. You know, helping out people where they need us most.
Now, you know, with everything going on, I know like a lot of the speeches today talked about, you know, police reform and just, you know, different instances of things happening around the country. Were you ever, you know, is it unique to become a police officer during this time? Were you ever like kind of deterred maybe from becoming a police officer because of seeing that, or?
Well, I congratulate every single person who's still working, especially this class to join on. And it's something that we all kind of think about, you know, where are we going? And because of that, you can see our passion. You can see how we want to serve our community. And that's what I feel this class and the entire police department here has. They have the passion to help. So regardless of what happens, we know we have a role protecting and serving the community.
To other people, other minorities even, that would want to become a police officer, especially during this time, what would be your message to them?
Well, we're here and we want minorities. We want to have a good representation of the community, and it's tough to really connect with different cultures, regardless. People from Salisbury Street, people from Queen Street, and we want the diversity. So if you're thinking, hey, I can't make it. I don't know if I'm smart enough. I can do enough. There's plenty of people in this class without college degrees. Plenty of people in this class without military backgrounds. We're standing here today, making a difference. Come and join us.
Looking forward to your first day on the job?
I am.
What's the excitement level?
Oh, through the roof. Oh, very excited. Very excited.
What was it like to go through the academy during COVID? I know there was some talk about how it was a little bit different than normal years. What was that like?
Well, the masks were hot. It was hard to PT in them, but it was definitely a difference. There's a lot of regulations we have to go through, and then people had to leave here and there because of COVID restrictions. We had to work out inside the Greendale Mall for a while because we couldn't go to gyms, and we got that waived for the MPTC. But again, it just shows the dedication of this class. They went through a tough time, and they showed up to work, just like Captain O'Rourke said, without absence and without COVID.
And with, right, okay. With the loss of Officer Familia, a tough time for the police department. Being part of the police department at this time, what was that like for you? Seeing how everyone kind of came together.
That's something we always just have to deal with. I was infantry marine for a while, and we lost a couple people in our deployment, and it never gets better. Time you lose somebody, it's difficult, but you remember the sacrifice you have to make, and you honor the decision, and you carry that burden every day, knowing that it's not just for us, but people to the left and right of us and the communities that we serve.
Is he someone that you think the recruits or the new police officers look up to?
Definitely, most definitely. They talk about him. We have his morning band, his T-shirts. We bought all his stickers. We try to help the family as much as possible, and he's always someone we keep dear in our hearts.
Anything else you want to add, or? So I guess first off, you went through the academy. Today's, you became a police officer. How are you feeling?
I feel great. It was a long time coming, but I feel good.
Now, why did you want to be a police officer in the first place?
The reason why I wanted to become a police officer was I kind of wanted to follow the footsteps of my father, who's also a police officer, and I seen what's going on in the country. I just wanted to bring light to police officers in general. Being a minority, it's kind of tough out there, so I just want to show that you could be a minority, become a police officer. That's really it.
Now, do you find it, obviously it's a difficult time. A lot of the speeches today were talking about how it's a difficult time to become a police officer. Did that, make you think about not becoming a police officer, or were you just always kind of set on it?
No, I was kind of set on it. I always had this passion to help people out, especially community. I knew Worcester had a great community policing, and I always looked to that. I always wanted to become a Worcester police officer as soon as I went to college in Worcester. I'm from Lowell, so I know the community out there is just like Worcester, is very diverse. So I just wanted to help my community.
So we followed you through the academy for a while. And can you just speak about what your experience was like going to the academy?
My experience, it was tough, I'm not going to lie. It was very tough. Long nights, long days. But everybody was pretty much like a family. Everybody was close, very helpful. I just had a daughter kind of in the beginning of the academy, so it was very helpful of what my classmates would do for me, help me out. So it was very good.
Now, obviously the police department went through a really tough time losing Officer Manny Familia. What did you kind of learn from the police department? What was it like, being, part of the police department during a time like that?
Being a part of this police department, it just showed me how close everyone is and how they keep family in their hearts always.
What did you think about the Chiefs run?
The Chiefs run, it was something, but it was a great experience. Got to run around the city, so it was perfect. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
You talked about how this is a community service police department. what impact do you think you could put into that community service?
Well, I've been working in the community, in other communities. I used to work in Lawrence. I also worked in Worcester. I used to work with children, adolescents, and in programs where what program was it? It was a key program. So I used to work there, and I just really seen how much impact that I can make in someone's life.
What's the pride that you feel today? I mean, going from recruit in boot in January to today getting pinned and getting your badge.
Awesome.
What's that like?
Feel awesome.
Is your family proud of you?
They are.
Awesome. Anything else you want to add or you think's important about today or the academy or?
I'm awesome.
Alrighty. So first off, I guess seeing these new police officers, become police officers
Sure.
today. Thoughts? How are you feeling?
Well, it's exciting. Anytime you can bring, fresh eyes, fresh people out onto the streets, and very well trained. Exciting time for these kids and their families. It's been a long road for them. I mean, some of them are saying, "Now, geez, it went by quick," but they. 4 months ago, the first 2 months did not go by very quick. I'm sure of that. But that being said, it's a great experience for them. They learn a lot, but there's still a lot of work to be done. They have to go out on the street. We'll probably have most of them on foot beats, being in the community, learn to work with the community, how to be part of the community is really the focus of policing, always been the focus of policing, but more so today.
This class went through the academy during COVID. How is that a little bit different than past academy classes?
Well, they managed very well. Obviously, they had, they were tested prior, and they, some of them were able to get the shot. If not all of them received the shot at some point during, but none of them came up positive. I think, there's always challenges, and this was just another challenge. So really, it's the job we have anyways, where every day is a new day, and you never know what the challenge is going to be. And they did a great job. Our academy staff, all our administrators that put this class together, made sure it happened, made sure it finished properly at the right time. No bumps in the road due to COVID, and that's a certain certainly kudos to the staff.
When you first became chief, Commissioner Gross, former Commissioner Gross, called you a police chief who's committed to community service.
Thank you.
How have you focused on community service since you've become in 2016?
Well, I just think being part of the community, being in the community, showing up. A former chief once said to me, he said, sometimes the job is just showing up. And I believe that. I believe being there, listening to the community, hearing what their needs are. I'm a Worcester guy. I grew up in Worcester, still live in Worcester, of course. So I think just listening to people is how, what are the needs of the community? In every community, each district, each route, each neighborhood could be different. And we need to adjust to the community. They're the people we need to really serve as we serve in the city of Worcester. So it could be individual to a certain small area at a certain time, but the reality is it's just service to the community and what is the need of that community, whether it be an ethnic part of our community, whether it be just a demographic, like I said, a demographic from that community, or just the neighborhood itself. It could be an old neighborhood. Every neighborhood has a different need, and that's our job, is to know what that need is and to make sure that we address those needs.
These officers, they just graduated today. They're basically the next generation of police officers.
Absolutely.
How do they fit into community service and take on that role?
Well, you could see it's a very diverse class, very impressive. It's a very diverse class, and our city is very diverse. I mean, we speak over 100 and something languages in our public schools, so we need to mirror our community, and our recruitment is very, very good, and we can always do better. So this group is, like I said, is so diverse. But once again, that next class, hopefully it's even more diverse, because like I said, we have so many different languages spoken. We need to be able to address those issues. Like I said, it could be, just training and learning what each, if somebody came from another country, you know, and their families are from another country, you know, we need to understand those cultures, and that's part of the training that they'll receive, and they'll get more of that training as they're out on the streets with our field training officers, making sure that they understand the cultures of the community they're serving.
When I speak to different chiefs throughout the country, they all have a model that they go by on the job that motivates them every day. Do you have a model that motivates you every day?
Once again, I think it's just, I think it's just being me, being part of the community. We need to, you know, the service, you protect and serve. It's so really, that's been since day one. I think everybody quotes Sir Robert Peel. If you look up Sir Robert Peel, that was 1829 when he started the Metropolitan Police Department in London. So if you look up his basics, there's like a 10 rules of policing, if you will, law enforcement. They hold true today, and that's why we always joke with the quotes, because I always use Sir Robert Peel, so they stole all my quotes, so now I can't use, between the mayor and the district attorney, they steal all my quotes, so I had to go with Ronald Reagan. I figured I was safe with Ronald Reagan, and I was. Nobody quoted Ronald Reagan, but that being said, all kidding aside, it is, you know, protect and serve. Service is what we do, and I think training, and, you know, it starts from above. Our officials are all service oriented. You know, it's the service we provide, and you know, it changes every day. So to have a, you know, you can have a basic model, if you will, but the reality is policing changes every day, as you've seen over the last year and a half with reforms and you know, at times anti-police sentiment makes it difficult for these young guys, and they you know, they push through. They push through, and I'm proud of them for that, because it is tough. It is tough for your family, and it's tough on the families to have to go back to the house after a day, and then seeing something that's a negative, you know, something negative about policing and law enforcement, and they worry. They worry not, you know, there were always worries of somebody being a police officer, sending your child, your significant other, you know, your son, your daughter, your, you know, your father, maybe, you know, out to the streets. But now it's a little different. We, you know, because if you listen to the noise, which I said don't listen to the noise, if you listen to the noise, people would think that the community, you know, the community is not with us. It's so far from the truth. It's so far from the truth. We have, you know, if you listen to the noise and the rhetoric, then, you know, you're really losing what the community really believes, which is, you know, we all work together, we'll get it done. Are we perfect? Absolutely not.
On a little lighter side.
There you go. You had to get me going, right?
On a little lighter side, let's talk about the Chiefs run. Tell us, I mean, you have this tradition where you take these recruits out every class.
Every class. So since I used to go out, we used to go out with the SWAT team when we were younger cops. You know, we go out with the class, we do a little run with them. But when I became chief, I thought it would be nice. One of their last workouts with the academy, with the staff, is to run through the streets of Worcester, stop at City Hall, do a little calisthenics, go down, go up over the hill, go up to, we like to go up to Castle Park, because there's a hill. I bring the kids up the hill, and then there's a court there that they can do calisthenics. Then we come back down. This year we went to the ballpark and did some calisthenics. It was 90+ degrees. It was a warm one, and then the best part is that we head down Main Street, and we're heading back to the station. So they think that the kids think they're pretty much done. And then we take a left to go up George Street. Little tradition to go up George Street, you know, to represent, you know, Major Taylor, who worked out on that. That was his workout street. So then they're like, you can see it in their eyes. It's kind of comical, but it's fun, and it's a great memory for them. Hopefully, in 35 years from now, maybe one of them will be leading the crew.
Do you think it's tougher now than ever to be a police officer?
I think we went through probably one of the toughest times in the last year and a half to be a police officer. Absolutely. You have COVID. You have criminal justice reform. You know, you have anti-police sentiment. You know, you have, you know, there's so many things going on. This group here had to go through, you know, the death of a police officer. You know, while they're in the academy, you know, one of their, you know, some of their staff was running out the door because it's so close to the park, running to the park. You know, and that's what we do. That's what Manny did, and
Manny was a great police officer.
yes, he was.
If you could
Well, I mean,
I don't know if you wanna say anything.
I think it's all been said over the last, few weeks, but, he was a great cop. He did exactly what you would expect from a person with his integrity and you know, the type of person he is. He ran right in, with a few other officers and, but that's what we do. That's what officers do, and that's what these guys got to see. That was they've seen other things that happened too along the way. There was a lot of different things that happened within our own department that they had to deal with. And, once again, they decided to stay, and they fought through it. We did lose a couple along the way for I believe the wrong reasons, but for them it was the right reason. So they had to make the decision, and they did. This group marched through.
Do you think Officer Cornelia is someone for these new police officers to look up to?
Oh, absolutely. Sure, of course. I mean, I don't know, how you define hero with something, there's so many, different ways that go through a police officer's mind as through my 35 years of how I would, if I was going to succumb on the job, how it would be. And, it's probably not as far, it's farther down the list than of course, police shooting, getting shot, getting stabbed, accidents, car accidents. So you think of all those things, and I mean, I've stood by ponds in my life, many times when kids have been in, the dive team gets in there, but you just, it wasn't something that that we expected at any time. But the circumstances is exactly how I would expect Manny to, how he did his job that day.
That's just the type of police officer that he was every day.
Absolutely.
I just have a quick question. It's a little bit off topic, but with things going on in the city, like the pool and
Mhm.
also the event with the lifeguard, how is the police department kind of stepping up to, keep parks safe in the city?
Well, we had already put a little plan in place, but these youngsters will be spending a lot of time in the parks during the day. That's one of the plans. And, we have the summer impact. We have officers at every park. We have, when the day shift goes out 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, they're making sure that they're going to every park. That's within their route, spending some time in that park, whether it's, if there's homeless people hanging around, we're moving them on. Doing whatever we can with that population, working with the city government on making sure that these encampments are broke down, especially before the beaches open, the parks open, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock when the lifeguards get there. Keep an eye on the lifeguards, of course. And, yeah, we're doing everything we can. And then, like I said, the parks will be well policed, and this group will be a big part of that.
Another off topic, but another late question. Are you a Blue Sox fan?
Absolutely, I'm a half-season ticket holder.
Awesome.
I've been many times. I love it. It's a great take. It's great for our city. They're doing such a great job, not even on the field, but off the field, as far as being part of our community. And so I'm really proud to have a AAA team. I'm a big baseball fan, so it's really nice to have these kids playing in our city, loving our city, one of the nicest parks in the country. So it's a real sense of pride. So I am a huge Blue Sox fan, yes.
The way that Dr. Charles Steinberg from the Worcester Red
Mhm.
Sox and the way that Jawad Yadam and Hassan Yadam from the Massachusetts Pirates have given back to the community.
Yes.
How do you appreciate that? As a chief?
It's unbelievable. It's great because anytime we reach out to them, they do what they've never said no when we reach out for, whether it's a community event where we need it. They're giving us the park. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town for the comedy show to benefit Manny, no questions asked. When we needed a place to station officers coming in from all over the country, maybe the world, some flew in from other countries, for Manny's funeral and wake, they offered it right up, and they opened everything up for us, and no questions asked. So that's in the same with the Pirates. We've had games, we've had halftime events with the Pirates, never said no, has never said no if we're doing a fundraiser for a youth group that we're part of our PAL League. Every single time that the players get involved, the ownership gets involved, so, you know, they've been great community partners. The rail is the same thing. Whenever there's an issue, whenever there's a need or a request, they've yet to say no from the police department, or I'm sure from the whole city family, but, you know, obviously, we ask a lot, because we do a lot with the community, so we do ask a lot to, you know, to these organizations, and for the most part, like I said, it's been a great relationship.
Thank you.
La ventana. La ventana.
Okay.
Can I see a license and registration, please?
Sí.
Dime.
La licencia. ¿La licencia?
Dime.
Oh,
Dime.
la licencia, quería la licencia. Yo no sé lo que yo hice. Estuve guiando, manejando aquí, haciendo nada, pero me están parando, no sé por qué, pero ¿qué pasó? Diciendo, el amigo mío, el compañero, no, ¿qué? No sé. ¿Ah? ¿La qué? ¿Qué pasó?
Licencia, por favor.
Hispano, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Todo bien ahí? La licencia. Ya se lo di. Ya lo tiene, sí. Sí.
Por favor, baja la ventana.
Hey, roll the window down. Gracias.
Un momento, por favor.
Okay.
He nailed it. He's really good. You guys teach that in the academy, like Spanish for law enforcement? You couldn't tell me you didn't go to the academy?
You think
Not with him?
in order to
I would
force
deny
them
that
to do
too.
checks, you have to have warrants in the next.
Why are we stopped right now, officer?
To see if they let us go without running these checks to see.
He's gonna let me know? In Spanish?
Car as opposed to just like.
Doubt it.
Or when
He probably doesn't even know in English.
or whatever.
Do you know why I'm stopped? He'll be right with me? So you have no idea why
Mira,
we're getting stopped
hermano,
right now?
no puede dejarnos ir porque.
Is it 'cause he's Spanish?
Nosotros,
You can tell me.
mira, nosotros
It's
no
alright.
estamos haciendo el trabajo nada más. Lo tengo que, este es un compañero mío
is
de
your
trabajo.
white racist friend stopping Spanish people? Is that
Pero-
what's going on here?
Él es amigo mío de
Yeah, we
trabajo.
know the reason. Wink, wink, right?
Mira, dímelo,
Yeah.
dominicano, ¿verdad?
High crime
Epa,
area. Spanish. We know the reason, right? Okay, so what was the real reason? So you don't know? So you don't have to tell me by law what you're detaining me for? Okay, so you don't know. Aren't you guys riding together? Oh, so you don't know why you stopped me? Is that because you two need to get your lies together?
Epa, pero avanza,
Before-
dale.
Hey, did he tell you why we got stopped?
No sé, me dijo que
Yeah,
la
see?
licencia nada más.
So now we
pero-
don't even know. So
pero la
we're
licencia me
illegally
dijiste, ya
stopped
se lo di la
right now
licencia.
for no reason.
Entonces yo lo necesito para
It's because
trabajar
he's
porque tengo un
Spanish, right?
pasaporte.
That's 100% why he's Spanish.
Mira,
Well,
tengo
you
que
don't seem to tell me another
Mira, la mujer
reason,
mía
so
está, la
it
mujer mía
must be
está,
that he's
la
Spanish.
mujer mía está esperando
right?
y la novia me está
Because you
esperando
guys are
también.
racist, right?
Tengo las dos esperándome
You're
a
not
ver,
racist?
tengo muy problema,
Oh, why?
brother.
Because you're a dark-skinned person, you can't be racist? That's
Mira,
your
chacho,
privilege, right? Okay.
Hermano, tengo la novia esperando y la esposa esperando.
Oh, great. Here we go. Another one.
Hablar, pero ¿de qué? Pero no hablar aquí. Dímelo, coño.
So, why are
¿Para
we stopped
qué?
again?
Pero chacho, men, yo tengo que trabajar. Ok.
Sit
pero
there
no podemos
patiently.
ir.
Well, you can't even tell me what I'm being stopped for. I'm supposed to be
Está
patient?
bien.
You're wasting
Pero
my time.
la licencia lo necesito. Mira, bro.
Yeah, I'm in the car too, guy. Whoa, hey, get your hands off of him. Hey, what are you doing? Oh my God, are you kidding me right now? You can't even tell me what being stopped for. You just ripped him out of the car? It's guaranteed because it's Spanish, right? Okay, yeah. Am I not getting ripped out because I'm white? Is that why? Uh-huh. Yeah, no, it's because he's Spanish. That's the real reason, right?
Sir, the reason why your friend is at the back of the car is he's being arrested because
He's being arrested?
he has a warrant.
For what?
He has a warrant for shoplifting. Sir.
Oh my God, shoplifting? Oh, you guys are a bunch of heroes.
Hey.
Real good job. Good police work. Way to tailor all the crime in the city. Heroes. Do I have an ID?
Yes.
Why do you need my ID? What have I done? What have I've been compliant. I'm a passenger in a vehicle. I'm wearing my seatbelt. I am complying to all Massachusetts laws. I have been more than nice to you.
Do you have a driver's license?
No.
I need you to step out the vehicle.
Awesome. I get to leave then, right? Don't shoot me.
The vehicle will be searched and returned to the jury.
Tried to get out. Sir, roll down the window for me. Okay, roll it down. Can you see your license registration, please? Dime.
La licencia. ¿Licencia?
Yeah, dime.
Oh,
Dime.
la licencia, quería la licencia. Entonces lo que yo hice, estuve guiando, manejando aquí esta mañana, pero me están parando, no sé por qué, pero ¿qué pasó? Sir.
Sir.
El amigo mío,
Sir,
compañero, señor, mírame a mí.
Sir.
No sé. ¿La qué?
Hey, easy. Alright, can you speak to him? I'll be covered. I got it. We're good.
La licencia. La licencia se la dice. Gracias.
Un momento, por favor.
Back up!
Great. Half the sector just came.
Driver has
Pero avanza,
Entiendo, pero tiene que salir del carro porque tenemos que hablar de algo.
Cuando tú llegues a la estación, te van a dejar usar el teléfono. Puedes llamar. ¿Tiene algo? ¿Qué tienes que hacer? ¿Tiene algo en los bolsillos? No tiene ninguna pistola, cuchillo, nada de eso. Yes.
Okay, and next.
Sorry, second. Clear. T intersection.
Up, one to the left, cross.
One to the left.
Looks like the hallway to the right.
Clear 45.
That's
Back
back.
to back.
You with me?
With you.
Nice block, girl. Nice block.
Clear?
Clear. One out. Room to the right. Show me your hands.
Okay, so freeze. Good pickup, except who's McGrilly? You're doing the room and Holder, you're doing long cover?
My light's on.
Hallway to the right. You got this. Unclear space on the left.
With me?
With you.
One to the right. Five clear. You with me?
Ready. Nice job.
Coming out.
Ready.
This is this last room. You're a good starter. You can kill your life, buddy.
Left is clear. Facing right. With me.
You in the blue Acura, this is the Worcester Police Department. You are considered armed and dangerous. Follow all my instructions to ensure your safety and ours. Roll down all of your windows. Do it now.
I'm telling you, this is a safer way.
Everybody in the vehicle, put your hands in the air. Do it now.
Spin it back around, you know, and then handcuff them, and then.
Driver, with your left hand, turn the vehicle off. Do it now. Driver, with your left hand, throw the keys out of the window and place your hands outside the vehicle. Do it now.
Not down here. And when he gets over here for surrender, it's not going to be this.
Driver, with your left hand, open the door from the outside. Do it now.
Because of the gutter, he's just putting the keys on top.
Driver, slowly step out of the vehicle. Keep your hands up and face away from the sound of my voice. Do it now. Driver, step to the left until I tell you to stop. Do it now. Stop. Driver, slowly place your hands behind your neck. Pull up your sweatshirt from your waist. Do it now. Driver, turn around in a circle until I tell you to stop. Do it now. Stop. Driver, walk back slowly to the sound of my voice. Do it now. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop.
It's your preference, guys, but I like to have their hands back.
Driver, step to the right until I tell you to stop. Do it now.
I like to do the same. I like to.
Stop. Driver, slowly step backwards to the sound of my voice. Do it now. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop.
Driver, step backwards until I tell you to stop. Do it now. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. Driver, put your right knee on the ground. Do it now. Put your other knee on the ground. Do it now. Put your arms straight behind your back with your thumbs up in the air. Do it now. Driver, look to the right at me.
Wait. Come back.
Slow down.
Wait till you're ready. She'll tell you she's ready.
You gave a head, all right?
No,
She'll
she
have
doesn't
her
have a
cups
cup
on.
now.
Good, stop. You ready?
Right.
All right. All right, hold on a minute.
Then just ask him the questions.